All right, we're out of here, and crazy to think that the entire tent, minus the poles, but just the tent itself fits into this duffel bag. So gonna head over across the valley, head to a new spot, and I'm excited to show you guys this location. It's really cool. It's a geologic kind of anomaly to where there's a bunch of lava tubes that collapsed back when the San Juan Mountains were being created. A bunch of lava explosions were going on. Well, these tubes were created and they all collapsed and created canyons. So I'm gonna go camping there. So let's go check it out. At a new campsite. This place is awesome. I'm here with only one other person, and this is actually in a formal campground, but it's one of those primitive campgrounds where you only pay like 10 bucks to stay at night. And my view looking towards the Sangre de Cristos is incredible from here. So got here last night, got the big tent all set up, got the stove jamming. It got pretty cold, so I was happy when the sun came up this morning. This is on the west side of the valley over here, so I'm getting early morning sun. I got a lot sooner than I was at the previous location, but here's my view from my fire pit. And if we zoom out over there, you're gonna see all of the Sangre de Cristos. And at night, last night when I got here and I was setting up the tent, like all of the sun like is all red, like and orange and yellow all throughout here. So the sunset was insane, and I imagine it's going to be more of that while I'm here. So I mean, you can see there's other sites around here, but no one's around, and I've pretty much got the place all to myself. I was talking to the campground host, real cool guy from Texas, and he was telling me he lives on the road full time as well, and he just goes around and does hey Sierra, over here, pumpkin, hey over here. He does different campground hosts gigs and like paid gigs, and he's like, dude, he's like, no one comes around here. I was like, yeah, that's the way it is in the summertime too. So I wanted to show you over here what the main attraction of this area is that when the mountains were being made over here, they were all made from, Sierra, you coming with? There she is, here. Come on, sweetie, over here. Come on. The mountains were made from volcanic eruptions over in this area, and there were massive lava flows. And so all of these lava flows had big ol', watch out for the cactus, girl. All of these lava flows created some massive lava tubes. And what we've got here is, I want to see if I can get to a decent vantage point. This isn't a very good one. Man, this one actually really sucks, but I'll show you anyway. All these rocks out here, all these formations, like all these different little mini canyons that shoot out all over the place, those were all lava tubes, and they all collapsed. And it created this canyon area to where the ceiling of it was up here. And this stretches for a couple of miles. I mean, it's pretty big back in here. And so we've got the campsite here. We're gonna stay for 2 weeks. This place is awesome, and I love this area of Colorado down here. It's just, there's not a lot of people around. There's some cool breweries in the area. There's a couple different hot springs. There's some great pizza places, some other good restaurants. There's like the best laundromat on the planet's down here. And so I'm just gonna hang out. I've got good cell reception at camp, so I can upload videos. And it's supposed to snow Sunday night, so come on, let's go this way. So it'd be kind of cool to finally do a live stream from camp of it snowing, but maybe we'll see if that happens. Every time it seems that there's been a snowstorm forecasted, it doesn't materialize, which has kind of been frustrating because I really want to get a good one. But what I'm planning on doing is for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to hike all the different trails in this entire area. It stretches all the way down over here too. And so what I want to do is hike a different trail every single day and then do all of them in here. And I don't know, I just think it'd be fun. Hey, come on, let's go over here. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a primer. We're gonna warm up and we're gonna do the main trail through the area here, I think. Actually, I gotta look on the map and see. We might do the main trail, or we might do a spur up over here that leads to the Skyline Trail. So we'll see. Hiking poles, hike, you wanna go? Oh boy, let's go. You wanna go? Let's get out of here. Come on, let's go. Oh boy, here we go. Hey, how do you know which way we're going? We're not going that way, we're going over here. Come on, Sierra, this way, come on, over here. Oh boy, here we go. Let's go this way, we'll cut over this path, it's just right here. There you go. I swear, she'll hike about 20 miles from my 1 mile with her running back and forth like this on the trail non-stop. I'll tell you what, she is a trip. You know what's been nice is that since there's been so much sun lately, all of this snow that was on these trails but down in this crevice, it's pretty much melted. And now we're just looking at a little bit of mud, but it's not bad. So, got the hiking poles just in case if I get into any areas that are a little slick, but shouldn't really need them. And I've been seeing lots of mountain bikers. I saw a bunch yesterday. Well, not a bunch, I saw 2. And then I saw 1 today. So I guess, I don't think 3 constitutes as a bunch of mountain bikers, but you can see a little bit of their tracks there. But they're allowed in this area, and it's a big rock climbing area too. I'll show you that when we get down in the canyon portions. So right now we're kind of like on the upper rim of it, and then ahead of us here, about 1/8 of a mile, we'll drop into the actual lava tube canyons, and they're really awesome. So there's also some rock art down here, but unfortunately I think it has a lot of graffiti on it, so that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, glad to be here. There's really not very many people here at all, so it's nice to be in an area with nice weather now for hiking, because I was getting a little bit of cabin fever inside the tent, just sitting in there day in and day out with frigid temps. Hey Sierra, back here, babe. So it's nice to be active again. And I mean, I don't know for how much longer this weather's gonna hold. It's supposed to get cold by Tuesday, but that's fine. I've got plenty of hardwoods. And with this nice temperature, I didn't even use any wood last night in my stove, because Sierra and I just cuddled up in my sleeping bag and we were good to go. Sierra, back here, babe. Come on, over here. There's people over there. Come on. You crazy little woman. All right, let's get to this area and check it out. So this is one of the main lava tubes, and this is one of the main hiking trails through the canyon. And a huge rock climbing area. In the summertime you'll see tons, well not tons, you'll see a handful of people back in here rock climbing. It's pretty much like it's a well-known destination among rock climbers, but pretty much everyone else is not very much aware of this area. And I won't be giving away the location of this place, because this is one of the last places in Colorado that I can come to, and there's generally not a lot of people here, so especially this time of year. There's freaking no one here right now. Trail's in good shape. A little bit of mud, but not too bad. It's definitely hardening up, which is nice. You can tell it's drying out. I imagine after, what was it, the snowstorm 2 weeks ago, I think it would probably have been a mess over here. Oh yeah, this is starting to walk in some muddy areas right now. And it's oh, this is so cool. I love it. There's like aspens back up in here. So here's a section that has aspens. There goes Sierra. So it's really cool in the fall, because you can come in here and you can hike these canyons, and the aspens will be changing leaves all these aspens right here, and then there's a bunch more way back up in here. But they'll change leaves in the fall, and the colors are really cool in here. But you can see here, for example, so, you know, this is where rock climbers will come. There's a, as you can see right there, there's a little anchor point. There's another anchor point above that. So there's like 4 anchor points right here. So it's a big rock climbing area because all this volcanic rock makes for really good handholds and toe holds and stuff like that. So there's some cool art on, like religious art, on one of the rock walls in here. And that religious art, oh, it's up there. I think it has to do with it's either the Virgin Mary, and this is really a mess right here. Let's see if we can go around. It's pretty hard. It's a nice thing about it getting cold like this at night is that if you come in the afternoon after the shade hits this, it starts to freeze again. We're good. Looked like a mess and it was no problem. Okay, but back up in here, there's a religious, I don't know if it's the Mother Mary or if it's Jesus. I think it's the Mother Mary. I can see it from right here, but we'll have to get a little closer to show it to you. But the acoustics in here are really unique because you're in pretty tight. And you kind of sound like you're in a sound studio. Like when you talk, your voice doesn't echo like it normally does in other canyon systems. And with the sun going down here, the light contrast makes it kind of hard to see the canyon. But it's a more messy part of the trail. And it's still pretty messy. Okay, yeah, we're getting close up here. Here's another climbing route back in there. People will put their pads down there and then climb up that section, up that vein right there, up to the top. Hey Sierra, come this way, babe. We're gonna come over here. Yeah, there it is. So from right here, I don't know if you can see it, we'll get up closer. But on that wall right there is a religious representation of, I think it's the Mother Mary, so we'll go check it out. Alright, we're getting close up here to the image that was painted. I think this was by 1800 Spanish missionaries. Hey, come on, Sierra, over here. Over this way. So what we've got here is we've got this drawing. And let me zoom in. Yeah, that's supposed to be Mother Mary, I believe. So I'll look this up online and make sure. But I think that was from either Spanish or Mexican missionaries that came to this canyon in the 1800s, and they drew that on there. And they lived back in here, and they would do cattle grazing and raise cattle and stuff like that. This is a big climb area too. You can see all the chalk marks on the rocks going up. And then I believe you can climb. Yeah, you can climb right to that image right there. You can climb right underneath it. So that's kind of cool. I wonder if you can climb. I don't know if that route. No, that's still there. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. You can climb right next to that thing, which is pretty badass. You know, one thing I really like about this canyon, among many things that I like about this canyon, is the diversity of color. You know, even here in the wintertime when everything's supposed to be dead and dormant, you look around and it's like greens and browns, and of course the snow contrast helps, and then you've got the aspen trees with no leaves and all that stuff, and it just makes for a really dynamic environment. Then in the summertime when all the leaves are on all this foliage, and excuse me, and then in the summertime when the leaves are on all this foliage and you hike through here, I mean, it's like, it's lush, you know, it's like you're hiking through like this green, you know, field of just different types of plants, and then you've got these lava walls on both sides, and this was, I mean, this was a massive lava tube. You know, if you think about this, if you look about it from like, from up there, what's that, another 50 feet up, down this way, all the way across, and then over to here, and then back up again. This side's higher than the other side. And you see these massive chunks that have you know, falling away from the wall. It's just amazing. But it makes for excellent climbing, and I'm not a climber, but everybody says this place is top notch for it. So this is kind of like an intersection where there's two lava tubes that kind of came together, and then I always thought that was like a lookout point up there. It's like two places for people to hang out, two little mini suites overlooking the flow here. So let's see, is there, I don't think there's a trail that goes back into that one. Yeah, the trail goes over here. I think this is where the big trees are. There's a section where there's some pretty large, I believe they're either aspens or spruce trees. I can't remember which ones they are. You know, this is all ice, and I don't have the right shoes for this. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow when it's softened up, because I don't want to slide down this and come back, even though I do have hiking poles. And it's also, the sun's going down. We need to get the stove going. All right, babe, let's truck it back to camp. Come on, Tio, let's go, babe. Alright, baby girl, let's keep going. Ooh, just about slipped there. That would not have been good because my elbow would have taken the blow. Yeah, this place is so cool. Check this out. It's like you hike and you come into these big open spaces in this canyon like this, and you think like, okay, was this like a huge bend in the lava flow that was coming around the corner here? That's the sort of stuff I think about when I'm out hiking. I'm like, I wonder what the lava was flowing like through here. Oh, we got the world. Come on, Sierra, over here. Come on, girl. Pumpkin, you are so much fun. All right, let's keep going, babe. Come on. Oh, you stink.